A profiterole, or a cream puff, is a type of choux pastry, meaning that the dough only contains flour, water, butter, and eggs. Profiteroles are small round puffs that are mostly hollow and usually have whipped cream or pastry filling. Sometimes the puffs also are cut into shapes like swans or decorated with chocolate sauce, powdered sugar, or caramel. Though profiteroles are traditionally sweet, there are some also called gruyere, which is a savory equivalent to profiteroles. When the profiteroles are filled and glazed with caramel, they are also used in a French dish called a croquembouche, which is a high cone of profiteroles held together with caramel that is traditionally served at weddings. Though the origin of the word and the pastry is unknown, cream puffs have existed in the U.S. since 1851. There's a 17th century French recipe for a potage de profiteroles that describes profiteroles like rolls in soup.
Okay, so let's get started. But first, we need our materials. So we're going to need 4 tablespoons of butter, 1/2 cup of flour, and 2 eggs, 1 1/4 cup of whipping cream, and 4 ounces of semi-sweet chocolate.
So here's Claire. She's cutting up the butter. Okay. So now Claire just cut up the butter and she's going to put them in here.
Don't worry, I washed my hands.
Yeah, and in there too. Those other two as well. Just kind of slice them right next to each other. And then we are going to take this over to the stove. Oh, we need to meet these. These are our other little profiteroles, which are ready to go into the oven. So now we are going to turn on this.
Shake and bake, baby.
To medium high. Now we're going to get the hot lid, just put it right on, and let it simmer until the butter is completely melted. Okay, so now that we've melted the butter in with the water, you can see that, we're going to add 1/2 cup flour. Take your little 1/2 cup measure here, and dump it in here. So now we put it in here, and we spread it out. So now this is going to be our dough. It's a yeah. So now we mix it in.
Okay, so now what we're going to do is have to crack 2 eggs and put them in this bowl.
Crack.
Here you go. I'm cracking the second one. Butter! Okay. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to put
them slowly into there.
Just very slowly. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to whisk it. Okay. Make sure it's whisked really good.
Okay, so now basically what we're doing is taking the mixture and we are putting it onto the pan.
Okay, so this is when we all put it into small little balls, and now all we have to do is put them in the oven, and they'll look something like this picture that we're going to show you right now.
Like chocolate actual sauce. Okay, cool. So now we are going to make the heavy whipping cream, which is like what you put in between the profiteroles to like kind of glue them together along with the caramel. Whoa. Okay, so now we're making the whipped cream. It's not quite stiff enough yet, so we are going to mix it a little bit more. Okay, so now that we've done the whipped cream and the profiteroles are in the oven, we just have to wait for them to come out of the oven. Here is the finished batch of profiteroles. Okay, so now that the profiteroles are done, we have just cut them up and we put the whipped cream in between them with the caramel. And here is a picture of the finished profiterole. Et voilà, les profiteroles est fine.